my name's Genesis Hay, Women's Empowerment Coach, and I'm here with Jim Hay, who's the founder of the James O. Hay Exceptional Dentistry of Dixon, Illinois. And I'm here to interview him and answer a few questions that you might have in regards to his expertise. So Jim, thank you for being with us today.
Oh, I'm glad to be here.
So tell us, how long have you been practicing for?
Well, I think about 35 years.
35 years, wow, it's a long time. It's a lot of experience. What would you say is your greatest accomplishment or one of your greatest?
Well, probably about 20 years ago, I was really getting bogged down in dentistry a little bit. And I just felt a little bit dragged out as I went to the office. Dentistry was getting boring. And I met some people who were in the beginnings of starting a continuing education institute for dentistry. So people that are already dentists go there and take further education. And I kind of got in with those guys early, and I've really become a part of it as a clinical instructor. And during that time, we've had tremendous technique changes in dentistry, leading to things that are so much fun and so interesting to share with patients that it was like a real shot in the arm for me. It was something that made going to the office on Monday morning exciting, and that's been a wonderful thing for me.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, it's really great. It's nice that you should be able to get to that point in your life where you can start to see changes, and really things have gotten to the point where you can say, oh, I've been accomplished, and I can, really see what has come of all the hard work that I've done up until this point. So why don't you talk a little bit about what your patients would go through in terms of coming to your office? What would that experience be like?
Well, all patients we try to greet all patients as individuals when they come through the door. So usually if somebody's made an appointment, they've given you their name, we know what time they're going to show up. We try to greet them as individuals and recognize them even though we've never met them before. When they get there, we give them a tour of the office, introduce everybody in the office, show them our different operatories, the break room, and just kind of point out some of our fun things in the office, which we have like a collection of lots of different teeth, fossilized things, also some bugs. And those are fun things to look at when you're waiting, which usually is a pretty brief amount of time in the office anyway, because we try to stay very much on schedule and really cater to each individual as a person.
Well, that's wonderful. So I guess taking that one step further, what would be one thing that you would say could differentiate you from all the other dentists out there? How would you be able to separate yourself?
Well, there are probably many dentists like me, but I think in our area, I'm probably someone who is really stuck with continuing education and tried to make an effort to stay up with all the material changes and technique changes that have occurred in dentistry for the last 15 years, and there has been so many. 15 years ago, we were just really being able to bond to dentin, which is the inner part of the tooth, and now we can do that very well. That means that our restorations are sealed to the tooth much better, keep out bacteria, and can be much more natural looking because they lack metal.
Okay. Well, that sounds really, really great. So I guess with that being said, if you could give, your patients one takeaway that you feel that they could get from coming into your office, maybe they're kind of on the fence of deciding whether or not they should come to you or go to somebody else, what would you say to them to push them over the edge?
Well, I could safely say that you will not get any more of an individualized treatment, nor time for questions or explanation of what we're going to do or what we propose to do that are going to give them the maximum dental health that they can have. And I can say that over the years, having watched patients grow older, I can say that the patients that are the oldest in my practice are people who have managed to keep all or most of their teeth and continue to function well dentally. That really seems to be related to their overall general health. And it's really been a pleasure to see the people who have been able to maintain and keep their dental health have lived longer.
Well, awesome. Well, that sounds really great. Well, thank you so much for being with us today. If you'd like to set up an appointment with James, you can go to www.exceptionaldentistry.us and you can get a free consultation with him if you're interested in veneers or coming in to get just a regular checkup. It would be great for you to come in and visit the staff. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.